G'day and welcome to the 2023 Barossa Light and Gawler Women's Footy Show. My name is Baz and I'm so excited to be here for another season with you guys, and I'm super excited to introduce to you guys my co-host Aisha.
I'm very excited to be here with you all. Great to join us.
Look, mate, we're starting off a bit shaky, but it's alright. It's our first show here together, so excuse us, but before we dive straight in, massive thank you guys to all of our sponsors. This show would not be possible without you. Diving straight in, Aisha, look, I've got to welcome you appropriately. I have written down a massive resume. A senior women's player from the Barossa Light and Gawler, 2022 South Gawler player coach, Central Districts Footy Club current player, 2022 Barossa Light and Gawler Women's League overall best and fairest. With a resume like that, I'm out of a job next week, Ash.
Stop pulling my tyres, Baz.
Look,
that's enough. On to the next subject.
While on the topic of award winning, we're going to backtrack a little bit to 2022. Obviously, we missed you guys, grand final week, but we're going to dive back and just touch on the grand final. Obviously, last year saw Williston take on Light. Williston, not to be messed with, season after season after season, came out with a 51-point win.
Great win by the girls. Meg's great coaching on the day.
She's absolute superstar, and of course congratulations to Caitlin Whelan, who came out for the best on ground. It was a muddy day for all the divs out at Angaston, as always.
And just a special mention to Meg's winning the inaugural Female Community Coach of the Year. So really shows with her coaching, winning the premiership, and just a great person.
Of course, absolutely. Great to see local footy talent come through, whether it's on the field or on the sidelines. We dived to presentation night, Aisha. We went up to Newry there. We had an awesome night. You obviously went home with a little bit of silverware. You took home Central District's best and fairest overall. You had a cracker season yourself, mate. How was it?
Yeah, it was just great. It's such a great community to be around. It was a good night to have all the clubs brought together and just celebrate the season that we did have. So yeah, it was great. Great season.
Absolutely. Also, to wrap up, there was a few other award winners on the night. We had Demi Solomon taking home Strive Development's leading goal kicker.
Bit of an all-rounder there.
She's a superstar.
Yeah.
We definitely rate Demi. Again, she's come from Central Districts, goes back and plays for Gawler Central, another local legend. We had the Simon Carpenter Best Under 18 Award going to Holly Trelagan from Light. Holly's another one
watch out.
We know her very well, and I think she's going to continue to get better and better as well.
Yeah.
And Cotton Media's inaugural Players MVP, this one was actually voted by the players last season, went to Georgia Madigan, another favourite of ours.
Great legend, great person to be around, great person to play with, so very deserving of that.
Well deserved. We're really looking forward to seeing how these awards go through in this season coming as well. We've got a massive pool of players. So that's the wrap up for 2022. We'll dive straight into 2023. Round one happened on the weekend. We have fielded 7 senior teams in the female competition. How exciting.
Just good. Just to see from the start, the inaugural season of having only 9 aside, to now watching the competition grow and have 7 teams and just filling along.
Amazing. We're also really excited to chuck in an under 10s division in our women's program. The opportunity for these young girls.
It's so good, and they're only just going to filter through the levels, so
absolutely good for local footy. And don't forget, it is only round 1. If you are looking to get involved at your local club, get in touch. There's obviously still plenty of room on plenty of teams, and also a lot of volunteer opportunities as well. We love to plug a volunteer for our local footy clubs.
Definitely.
So we'll dive straight into round 1 wrap up. On Sunday, we had Newry take on Light. Hard game to start with. Light coming, just losing the grand final last year. They have come out firing. They kicked 11 goals, 14 points, 80 to, unfortunately, Newry was left scoreless. But a couple of favourites for Newry got in the best. Renee Richardson, Emily Bothy and Jessica Shermer had a cracking game, and best for Light was Beck Brading, Scarlett Birdfidge and Jazz Ellsworthy.
On the Renee Richardson, she used to play for Ribo down at Centrals as well, so it's great to see them come back together. Renee have Ribo as her coach, so
amazing. And while we're on that as well, Newry, Ribo, look, shout out to you. You've done a great job to get Newry back on the map for senior footy. We're very excited to have them back involved. But of course, Light ran over the day. We had Michaela Bailey kick 5 and Beck Brading kick 3. Beck Brading, a name you know.
Yes. Moved from South Gawler to Light, so good on her for doing what's best for her. But just South are definitely going to miss you.
Absolutely, had a cracker first round. And a special mention to Sasha Branson, who had an absolute cracking game in ruck apparently for Light. Really good to see that as well. We had a Saturday night game down at Tanunda. Great under lights. We love Saturday night footy. Tanunda took on Barossa. Again, massive game. Barossa ended up kicking 15 goals, 105, and kept Tanunda scoreless. Nobody wants a home match to go that way, but Tanunda put up a great fight, had a couple of bests for Madison Halford, Amy Gore and Mackenzie Thompson, and best over for Barossa, was Tiana Groverman, Ellie Ward and Tegan Robbins.
I heard that lots of men's players after the game stayed to watch the girls, so that's just great inclusiveness within the club, so well done.
100%, Tanunda put on an absolute show. I was lucky enough to go down and watch, and again, lots of the men's players, the A's stayed on after their game, bar stayed open, put some money back into the local club.
Yeah.
We love that. But of course, Barossa, another team that's just season after season come out firing. We've got Tiana Groverman, shout out for her. She kicked 5 actually in the third quarter. Had an absolute perler.
Amazing.
Hayley Henke's one that Barossa was able to secure over from Anguston as well, kicked 2, and Kira Tonkin as well kicked another 2, and shared a lot of other singles throughout the team. So Barossa was happy to share the ball around. But
I heard there's a special girl who part of that team.
Absolutely. Our Rams home loan good news story for the week actually goes to Emily Mann from Barossa from this game. She reached a 50-game milestone, 50 games of senior footy in the Barossa Light and Gawler.
Just amazing. Yeah. Good on her.
Amazing to come here from the inaugural season to be able to reach 50 games in a senior level here. We love to see it.
So special, yeah.
And our last game was Sunday at South versus Williston. South unfortunately left scoreless by the ever so strong Williston, who kicked 13 goals, 15 points, 93. But best for South, wasn't short of highlights for them. Shane Dredge, Lauren Farr and Stella, who's a name we all know very well. And Williston had a couple of bests as well. Elizabeth Wilson, AJ Wichello and Lily Bornhold as well. Look, South struggled out the back, but look, it's great to see this team being able to field back. Round 1, we're not going to get dispirited.
Exactly, and I think there's just so much potential within the South group. I think a lot of the teams are in the same boat. There's so much potential in growth over the season, so looking forward to seeing what they can produce in the next couple of weeks.
Of course, Williston is a team winning the flag last year, coming back. They've got an absolute cream of the crop girls. I think they've got a lot of girls who come back season in, season out, just looking to play good footy. Look, Elizabeth Wilson was a new name for me. I did a little bit of digging on that one. I went, Ashari brought a long lost cousin from Canberra I didn't know about. Apparently not related, but they do seem to have a fair touch of the leather, both of them. Elizabeth kicked 5 and Shari kicked 2 on the weekend with a lot of other singles. Look, Shari, I don't know how you kicked 2 goals from retirement, but great to see you back out there. We just can't get rid of you, and I know that Williston loves that because season in, season out, there's a lot of these names we see come back in. And
that's what community footy is about, is having the locals stay around and be a part of it. So
absolutely, in and out. We love to see the girls who return week in, week out, season in, season out. All of us that say we retire, and at some stage, it'll take a little bit for somebody to twist my arm. But we will get itchy feet. We will get itchy feet. But look, it's been a great round 1. Of course, a lot of games upcoming, so we can't get toe tied up on a lot of these scores. Obviously. Gawler Central had the bye in round 1, so they're looking to be rested going into round 2. And we'll jump straight into round 2 coming up. Hot tips, Ash. We've got the first game at Gawler, which will be Gawler Centrals versus Tanunda. What's going to happen?
Oh, I think Gawler Centrals might be coming in hot, ready to go. Had the bye, their first game in, ready to have a hot crack.
I like that actually. I'm going to back GCs as well. Look, I think Tanunda again, they had a really good crack against Barossa. I think they didn't get the game they wanted at home on the Saturday night, so I think they're going to be pretty fired up, but GC's always comes out quite strong. Game 2 is Williston versus Light out at Kapunda.
That's going to be a good
grand final rematch. We'd love to see it. It's going to be absolutely spicy. Who have you got?
I think I'm going to go Light for this week. I think that they just want to get them. This is their week.
I would like to think so too. Again, Williston goes undefeated last season. With
they want to do it
names.
again. They want to do it again.
Absolutely. The Williston girls are not here to play around. So again, I'm tipping back on Williston. I can't stray too far away. And then lastly, we've got Barossa versus South at Barossa.
I think Barossa might have the home advantage this week. So that'll be another tough game and see how it goes.
Absolutely, I know it's hard tipping against your
I know,
South girls, I know,
girls.
but I'm going to jump on board. My doggies girls, I reckon they're coming out strong. We've got a lot of young players coming through.
Yeah, the rivalry.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We might have a bit to chat about on that game next week. Also, Nuri's got the bye, so I hope those girls can rest up. Again, well done to Ribbo for getting out there. We know there's a lot of girls coming through as well.
Yeah, definitely. Great to get the team together.
Of course, we're going to wrap up. We're looking forward to continuing the season with you guys. Make sure you jump in the comments. We'd love to have a chat. Give us a little bit of a review. Give us a little bit of banter. We obviously miss having Butchie on the show, but we want to give Butchie a quick shout out. We had a chat about him jumping on the umpiring. Look, get in the high vis, Butchie. We'll give you some grief from the sidelines anyway.
Definitely will.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning in for round one. We'll see you guys back here at the Exchange next week for round two.